What's up, everybody? Did you miss us? Welcome back to 5 Minutes of Management. It's been a while. For Frank Kalman, here with Rick Bell. Rick, we've got a lot of stuff coming up on the workforce front. We've got Workforce Live coming this fall, San Francisco on September 9th, Chicago on October 21st, and then lastly in Dallas on October 27th. So if you're in those cities, be sure to check out Workforce Live. And then, Rick, I believe we also have a new event for Workforce Focus.
We do, but now I believe Workforce Live is still on demand from the spring session.
That is right.
But we have that, and then we also have Workforce Focus, a brand new program, a day-long program that we're planning in Boston in November. Still lining up some speakers and to be decided, but essentially it's going to be this crossroads of benefits and technology, and I think it's going to be really exciting. I think it's going to be a great program, and the way it's shaping up right now, I think it's going to be really good. And I believe it's at the Ritz-Carlton in Boston.
In Beantown.
In Beantown, so be there.
In November, so bring your jacket.
That's right.
Speaking of conferences, Rick, we just kind of came back from quite an event ourselves, the SHRM Conference in Las Vegas. What a trip. What'd you think?
Well, so I met my two new best friends while at the conference, Mr. Thermacare and Mr. Aleve, because I messed up my back on my way there, and, well, not on my way there, but before I got there. And I'll tell you what, Frank, it's an adventure just going to SHRM and all of its 15,000 people, and especially at the Las Vegas Convention Center. But to do it with a bad back, it's a little bit of a challenge. So
good thing you had not only your thermal pack, but consistent 110-degree dry heat in Nevada to hopefully soothe your back.
It was a dry heat.
But overall, you know, good things from SHRM. You know, I think we had more than 15,000 in attendance at the conference this year, which is pretty high. Usually it's 12 or 13. But what was noticeable to me was the lack of parties.
Well, that's true. We did happen to find one. So ADP, thank you for your cool party and for the demonstration about your ADP marketplace, which I thought was an interesting concept and to be explored in a little bit more depth. And I blogged about it a little bit as well. But, you know, that was interesting too, is that there really didn't seem to be this overriding theme as in years past with previous SHRM events. You know, the one, and especially considering that the Supreme Court had just ruled on King versus Burwell and essentially the ACA and as well as same-sex marriage.
Same-sex marriage.
So, but I didn't get that vibe that this was just like the constant talk at the event. Now maybe I missed out on it, and I'm sure there was conversation about it. But yeah, there wasn't just that overriding theme that I could discern.
Yeah, I would have to agree. There wasn't a lot of, I mean, we made a lot of good connections and there was good content overall, but yeah, you're right. That one overarching theme, I think, was a little bit missing, but overall, it was a great time. You know, a lot of people attended. We made some good connections, and I think next year the conference goes to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., so be sure to check that out.
Well, you know, and I was actually really impressed with our new booth. I thought our new booth was really cool. So did a great job on the booth. And I do have to say that there were some interesting presentations. I did go to a wellness benefits preview or a presentation, which I thought was pretty interesting. And so yeah, there were some good things that came out of it. Coach K was interesting, and just meeting, you know, and the great thing about SHRM is reconnecting with certain people that you haven't seen in a while, and just finding out about certain trends. I talked to some people from iSIMS about recruiting trends, and some interesting topics came out of that as well. So yeah, really overall a good conference, and looking forward to DC in June of next year, where it won't be dry heat, it'll be humid.
And, you know, be sure to check out our blogs from the conference at workforce.com, and also Talent Management, Workforce's sister publication. We've got some blogs up from the SHRM Conference too. So Rick, that's all for me for this week. Got anything else?
No, just a belated happy 4th of July to you and to all of our viewers.
That's right, that's right. And go U.S. women's soccer team who took home the gold recently as well.
Pretty sweet.
That's all we've got for this week.
And see, it's been that long, man. All this stuff has happened.
It has been. So we promise we won't go away for too much longer. We'll be back next week, so don't worry. For Rick Bell, I'm Frank Kalman. Join us next week.
Take care.